It's a beautiful evening here at Relerec Studio, and I'm so happy to have you again. It's an historical day. Exactly 4:10 a.m. Today being the first day of March 2023. Bola Ahmed Tinubu was declared as the president-elect of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in the just concluded election. And this is just a pure history set. How do I mean? In every of our election known to history, there is no particular one that has followed or conformed to what we see this year 2023. It is crystal clear that in 1979, in 1983, when we had similar electioneering process to the one we had this very year. We never had it in this manner. It wasn't like this. And that is a fact that history, a new history has just been set today. What are those histories that were set today? It has never happened in the history of Nigeria that we are going to have a very strong third force that will contest election and come into the electioneering process 8 months to election and have what we have. As a matter of fact, it was what I term 12, 12, 12. What I term 12, 12, 12. First time in history, we have a president emerging with a very limited number, percentage of vote. Very, very limited percentage of the vote. It has never happened in our history. It has never happened in our history. It has never happened in our history before. And what again? In this current election that was held, the president-elect happened to be the only one who has never been on the ballot before. It is his first time contest in this fourth republic, and the very first shot he got it. What a beautiful history. What a beautiful history. We have a whole lot of new history being set, and that is what this election has actually taught us. It has been uh, a very, very controversial electioneering process right from the start to where we are now. But being at this May, it is a new history that is being recorded in the electioneering process of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, either genuinely or by counterfeit. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has emerged as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Moving forward, the INEC show, a show of disappointment, or a show of what will you call it? Sometimes November 2022, there was a rumor that started insinuating that INEC will not transmit election results for the presidential election real time. The INEC chairman came and he debunked it as a fake news. Fast forward to February 25th, 2023. It all played out before us. We saw it by ourselves. What was denied came the order of the day. So many people, so many analysts have been talking, and we have so many to discuss about it. In fact, For the next 1 month, we cannot finish talking about it. If a process is compromised, there is no how the outcome will not be compromised. It is very certain that the outcome will be compromised. And the show of disappointment by INEC played out before us. And moving forward, another history being set. We have seen in the history of this country for the very first time when a party without a structure will come out to win 12 states within 8 months and come on board with a whole 6 million votes. 6 million votes. Come on. The president-elect was just winning by 36% of the all the vote casted. This has been the very first time we have such in the history of Nigeria. The number, the winner, the runner-up, and the first runner-up have about 97% of the total vote casted. We are still going to get into the statistics. I will not be the only one in the studio. I will not do the talk alone. This evening, I have my guest. One is already with me in the studio, and we shall be connecting with him soon. Beyond the election of 2023, beyond the election, one thing is very germane and one thing is very paramount: the love of the country. It took me a whole lot of time to speak to so many comrades and to speak to so many people that first thing first, the election has come and gone. There is a need for the love of country to focus on the nation building. I think that is what is germane for us now. The election was marred with violence. The election was marred with malpractices, very, very obvious. But one thing is very certain: one person must surely emerge as the winner in an election. It was a very crucial election, a very, very crucial election, and it has come. Can we say it has gone, or it's still there? I wouldn't know. The politicians are there to really talk a whole lot about that. Let me inform you that our chat uh, session is very, very active. Either you're watching us from Facebook or from our YouTube channel, you can drop your opinion, you can drop your thoughts on the election. Let us have your thought, let us have your opinion. How has the election went in your own place? How was the election in your home place? How was the election in your home place? What can you say about the election? What you observe? I want to believe I will have loved people that really participated to tell us your experience from some of the information available to us by our people that were on the field on the day. How can you explain that the same beavers hosted on the same platform transmit results of the National Assembly, both the rep and the red chamber, the Senate, but it couldn't transmit that of the presidential? There is a whole lot question to be asked. And that is one of the reasons why we are here tonight. So I want to welcome you once again, and I do hope that we have a very fruitful and a loving uh, evening together as we dissect the 2023 presidential election and the choice of the Nigerian people. I think first and foremost, my message at a time like this is to firstly congratulate the president-elect and appeal to those that seems they've lost in the race, in as much that is how the system is designed. I will think is the best thing for us now is to concentrate on how we can heal the nation. Our nation has never been divided like this before. It has never in the history of Nigeria divided like this. And currently, the first task that is very key now will be the healing of the nation. There is a need to heal the nation. So if you are there with us on the social media, either YouTube or Facebook, kindly reach into our chat session and let us know your opinion. Let us know your opinion. Let us know your opinion on this concluded election. There were pockets of violence in some places experienced across Nigeria, in Lagos, in Ondo, Imo, Rivers, even in the northern part of the country. Just few minutes ago, we are hearing the breaking news that the majority leader of the House of Representatives, Honorable Dogoa of Kano State, has just been remanded in prison due to electoral violence. Should violence be the way to go? It's the comment section. Let us hear your your view. What are those things that are very germane? In the build up to the election, there has been so many uh, drama that unfolded, and before our eyes, there were name calling, there were lots of in fact drama we cannot begin to talk about. But being at this May, we finally see how everything later played out. We saw how everything later played out. During the campaign period, in fact, at the point, some of the political party resorted into name calling. Yeah, it was as bad as that. Some of them resorted into name calling, calling the opponent this, calling that, calling this, calling that. But the truth of the matter is that now that the election is over, there is no need for us to keep overeating the polity. I think I strongly believe that there is no loser in this election. Everybody have shown interest in the democratic process, which we believe is the best way for any nation that want to grow. And the duty of democracy is to have people that will participate. If we do not have people that will participate in the democratic process, then it's no longer a democratic process. It's no longer a democratic process. In as much, I strongly condemn the way and manner at which polity are overheated during election, during campaign. It's something that is very saddening. You understand? It's something that is we need to get out of our political system. It ought not to be, because what what this does is that it make it very difficult to amend the fence after the election. And we should always remember election will come and go. We should always remember election will come and go. And this time around, I'm being joined by a very great man I respected so much and a very good friend. He joins live from Ibadan. Mr. Ibukun Afolayan, good evening, and I'm so happy to have you in the studio tonight.
Good evening. How do you do? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, very, very loud and clear. I can hear you. I saw you earlier in the studio. I thought maybe you later left. Now,
Yeah, but I was having issues with my network.
all right, beautiful. Yes, it's nice having you this evening, and
Thank you very
I
much.
believe I believe we're going to have a very great time together.
Okay.
Sir, the election of 2023, since last year we started the campaign, and the campaign was so tough. If you will critically look into the campaign process, the build up to the election, how will you describe that those period, the period leading to the election? How will you describe it?
Okay. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Very well, we can hear you.
Okay. It's a great opportunity to be on air with you today. My name is Ibukun once again. Um, so when it comes to this election, there are a lot of things. I don't want to go much into history, but I'll just limit it to what you have asked me. From the build up, I'll take it from the primaries. From the primaries last year, everything had been dicey. I'll start it from the angle of the APC. Initially, we're hearing, okay, this person is coming in. Later on, we had, uh, they're not going to have any primaries. There were different stories during the primaries. And then going to the primaries of APC as well and PDP as well, we equally had similar stuff. Then we started hearing this, that, bribery and the likes. I don't have fact about that, but we're just hearing rumors about it. And before we know it, something happened. Somebody defected from PDP. Boom. So from the build up, starting from the primaries, there had been drama. Do you get that? And so,
Yes, sir.
in APC, people were expecting the best man to win, like Osibanjo should be presented and the likes. Before we know it, in PDP as well, Kwankwaso left. So it's been drama from the primaries itself for the Frontiers Party. Then moving on to the preparation to the whole campaign. The campaign was drama. I'm going to say emphatically that um, the president-elect Tinubu was giving it the comedy to us back to back, like he was making the. I'm not supporting. This is not a kind of support now. So I want to put this disclaimer out there. Whatever I'm saying right now is not in support of any political party, but rather an acute analysis of what happened or what played back. Now, and it's not to mere or to run down any political party. Please note that. Now, so back to what I was saying. Atiku was not really giving us that full vibes of comedy, but there was this other guy, Tinubu, that was giving us the full vibe of comedy, and there was this other guy from Labour Party who was giving us this hope. He was giving people hope. He was giving people, as just, and everything was just rocky, and it was an interesting. It was more or less like a seasonal movie. I'm going to permit me to use that word because from the primaries down to the election, down to the collation. The collation was another thing. It was more or less like a seasonal movie. So I would say this INEC this election was more of a drama.
Well, just like you said, the truth of the matter is that if we really look into the build up to that election and we check the in-depth analysis of that very election, of the build up to that election, I can't agree less with you. It's full of drama. It's full of drama, left, right, center. But well, beautiful enough. At least we have arrived here today.
Exactly.
We arrived
And
here.
you know what? It's an
Okay,
election that it's an election that actually showed the general public what is really called politics is a dirty game. This electoral process. So for the young upcoming individuals that are just witnessing election for the very first time, or probably like not like first time, but in terms of when they are more conscious of the political atmosphere around them, this is now showing us what is called politics is a dirty game. Starting from the preliminaries, the that's the primaries. You know, I remember when Osinbanjo was coming up, and I can't remember the person that said Osinbanjo is a good man. He can't. I can't remember the statement perfectly that he can't. He's a good man, but he doesn't know how to run politics. Something like that. He's good. He's good for selling ice cream. You know, looking at it, I was like, what's this all about? And then going backwards, looking at analysis, I was seeing the permutation these guys were actually doing from APC to PDP. Like it was them. And I was like, wow. And sitting down, I was doing a lot of analysis. I think I did some with you privately.
very
And
well,
I
very
just said,
well, very well.
election, this politics is really a dirty game. If you have to rock with them, you have to go dirty.
Well, well, your submission is a very strong one, and I know you very well to be a very good analyst, and I'm pretty sure you really have your reason for your conclusion. So, okay,
No, no, no.
beautiful. Okay, IBK, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was saying, yeah, my conclusion. I'm not saying election cannot be clean, but
Yes,
seriously, looking at things even beyond Nigeria, election is a dirty game. It's a game. It's like, okay, let me say it like this. It's like a game of chess. I don't know if you play chess. Now you want to kill the
yeah,
king.
sure,
So what
yeah.
you're trying is you're trying to make a dirty move. You don't even want to know whatever happened. You don't mind sacrificing a pawn. You understand? You don't mind sacrificing a pawn on the board just to, just to eat the. Sometimes you can even say, take these 2 pawns, but you know your aim. And that's what election is. It's a damn dirty game. If you cannot play it, back out. That's just it.
All right. Beautiful. I saw Sam Makinde joining us earlier. So, Sam, please, if you are there, please, can you can you unmute your microphone and your video? Put your video on. Sorry, I think I'm seeing. Okay, thank you. I'm seeing a message like somebody from Facebook saying they can't hear us, but our participants fear our YouTube can hear us clearly. Please, others, if you can hear us, please can you just signify if you can hear us? Let's get in the chat box if you can hear us, so we can be very sure and fix whatsoever it is from this end. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Sam. All right. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good
Yeah,
evening.
yeah, yeah. Good evening. I told you. I believe you are good.
Very well, thank you.
Oh, beautiful. You're welcome. What's what do you make out from this election process that has just ended?
All right.
From
Um,
from the high neck saga to everything. What can you make out of
there is. I don't think anything I want to say or that has not been said. yeah, everybody knows what happened, and we are all, we all witnessed everything, and I don't think there is any new thing I ought to say, or that I may say now that is new. I just want to say it is Nigeria, and I want to believe things will get better. It saddens our heart that it went the way everything is, and uh, sincerely, I don't have anything to say, but I want to congratulate the president. I think this is my first time of congratulating him, publicly congratulating the president, our president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. May his reign, his time be a success for everyone. May he be peaceful in the name of God. Um, to the INEC, well, it's so let's say it's a shameful thing that what you prepared for 4 years to deliver it in 3 days is a problem. You know, it's it's not something that we can be proud of, but I want to believe we will get better. That is what I can say.
All right, we will get better. Is our hope that we'll get better someday. Mr. Ibukun, what is going to be your own thought on the process? At least you are here with us. It's played out before you. What is your thought? Eh, Hello, we can't hear you. Please, are you still there with us?
I can't hear him as well.
Hello, we cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, we can hear you now. We can hear you.
What of now?
We can hear you very
So,
well.
um, so what I was saying, this is it. I said I'm a researcher, and from everything that played out, I have a simple conclusion. INEC did not do their research and their feasibility studies on a larger scale. They only tested and what they wanted to do as on a smaller scale. One. And this testing, they used it to actually project and promise us what they cannot give us, what they cannot fulfill. So why will you promise something that you are not sure of? That is my own question. Because the truth is, when it comes to promises, you make promises about things that you are sure about, you know how to do it, and you are 100% sure that it will work. Now, good, you've used this what's this biometrics accreditation system. You've used it
Leave us.
in states like Osun State, Ekiti State, and the likes. But you've not tested it across board. Now you're now coming out to tell us that it will take so hours before this can happen. This is a big shame on the ICT department of INEC. Yeah, a big shame. And it's a big shame and a big slap for INEC, as a matter of fact, because we wouldn't have had issues of people claiming rigging, even if we don't know if it was rigged, or if we know it was rigged, we wouldn't have come out to say, INEC, you are biased. Because what we should have used as a leverage to check out and weigh out the whole system is not even there. If this uploading of a thing was available and it was all there, we could easily go back to our drawing board and start doing our calculation manually by ourselves, and then we could say yes, oh, it's not rigged, INEC, you're wonderful. But right now we have nothing to back that up. So they promised us, if I'm to say anything, the whole section, the whole process is a promises. It's just filled with promises. And I don't just want to keep talking about it. My own about INEC is INEC failed us by promising us what they cannot deliver.
Yeah, I think going by the way of many analysts, in fact, I listened not quite long to Samson Itodo of the executive director of Yaga Africa. Of Yaga Africa. Okay, thank you for confirming you can hear us. I listened to him, and he was saying it emphatically that even if INEC never rigged in this election, INEC have actually show they've actually portrayed uh, they had a posture that shows as if they've done some rigging.
They've given us
Now,
things to question them about.
so much more things to question, so much more things to question, and that is where my fear actually lies. In as much there has been a whole lot of reports, even by international observer, there have been a whole lot of report of sabotage. There have been a whole lot report of sabotage, like Rex. So many Rex sabotage the process. We don't have our facts. We are not concluding, but all these hearsay are out there saying that so many Rex really sabotage. In fact, there was a particular Rex that we had that it took the leadership of INEC to go and get him out of his hotel room. Is as bad as that, you know. And it's even though a very sad one, but conclusively, as we conclude, I want this question to go to Sam Makinde first, and now the build up, the process, and the outcome. How do you receive the outcome of this election?
All right. Thank you, Mr. Ogurino. Sincerely, I received it in good faith. It didn't come as a shock, because what happened is not least expected. And personally, I have decided I'm not going to talk about this election anymore, because the more you talk about it, the more bitter you get in your heart. So, sincerely, I would just want us to preach love right now. Most youth, or let me say average youth on the street out there, we have bitter soul right now. The election did not come as a shock, because these are things that have been happening over and over and over again, and we thought we are going to get over it one day, but it doesn't seem like it's going to leave us. Doesn't seem like it's going to change. But personally, I've decided I'm not going to speak over the past, because I see it as the past now. We now have a new president. We must accept our president. We must now look inward.
Not yet having a new president. We have a president elect.
Oh, sorry. We have a president. We have a president elect, and we must now look inward. Our national unity, we must look at that. When we look at it, people of our age right now, many of us, we having bitter hearts to ourselves. I know many people, we know in our heart how we're telling ourselves, I'm going to block this person on my Facebook, I'm going to block this person on my WhatsApp, I'm going to block this person on my Twitter, and all kind of manner of things, all because of these people. I just want us to preach love. Let's love our presidents. Let's believe in our president-elect. Let's believe in ourselves. Let's love one another. Let's believe that Nigeria is going to be great again. And I believe Nigeria is going to be great again. Let's embrace our president. Let's cherish him. Our president-elect, don't mind me. Presently, I want us to look at, I would have preferred to talk about the effect of this election or on Nigerians and the international recognition of Nigeria right now. I think up to this present moment, I think about an hour ago, we have just one international world leader, one of the world leader that just congratulated the president-elect. Over 4 5 hours after his announcement, 6 hours after his announcement, no world leader came out to congratulate him. That's to tell you that
It's a strong signal, a strong
yeah,
message.
that's to tell you that we this time around we might lack a lot of international recognition. We might suffer from, Nigeria as one of those countries that doesn't have anything to offer. And it is about time we join hands together with our president-elect, with the team members. The president might not have won the majority of votes. And like someone wrote on Facebook, he said the president won the election. I mean, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu won the election, but didn't win the heart of the people. And that's for you to be a successful leader. You must be able to convince your people, your follower, to believe in you. Where your people are afraid, you must be able to share confidence. Where your people are discouraged, you must be able to give courage. Where your people are down, you must be able to raise them up. We've been told that he's a capacity leader, he's a man of integrity, he's a man of his word, he's a builder, he's a strategist. Fantastic. I'm happy that we have gotten ourselves a big fish. Let him start fixing us, and let us join hands together to build Nigeria. Let's, in any capacity we find ourselves. Personally, I want to use this opportunity to reach out to people. It's not just about promoting this channel. Subscribe to this channel. A lot of things will come up on this channel, personally by me and the co-founders and our friends together on this channel. If you have businesses and things like that, we should learn. It's about time we don't wait until our leader do all these things. Let's start supporting ourselves. If there is need for empowerment, you need empowerment and things like that. We don't have the capacity yet, but we can reach out. And the little we can do it. So subscribe to this channel. Subscribe on the comment box. In the comment box, give what you are doing, give updates on your businesses and things like that, and how you can get developed. So I just want us youth, let us look beyond the election. It has gone, it is the way it is. Let's just get over it. Let's not make enemies, and let's make friends. Thank you.
Well, beautiful. All right. Just like I've always said, please, if you are there online, you might not have idea of what awaits you on this very channel. You cannot have idea. And okay, permit me to even say this right away. Uh, Tonight, tonight is a special night. Thank God I'm even at the middle. You see, the main two brains behind this very platform are the two people you are looking at as we talk. If there is anybody that conceived the idea, I think is the man Sam Makinde. And if there is anyone who actually brought all the strategies and in fact setting up of the platform, it is Ibukun Afolayan from Ibadan, my good friend. So don't, in fact, what awaits is very big. So I just took that in. And the bottom line of what Mr. Samdo said is that I think beyond the election now, the youth, we need to synergize. We need to build bridges. We need to make ourselves one. And in any capacity now, it's high time for us to really work as a team and help ourselves in any capacity uh, I'm a talkative. I'm a talkative with passion for Nigeria. But aside that, I don't have anything. Somebody who is not a talkative like me, but has a very good idea, was pinching me to go and start a studio, go and start this, go and start a program, not even a studio sef, go and start a program, go and start a program. All the finances, even till last night, I had issues with my haircut and everything. Even till last night, all the finances, I've not spent a kobo. 1 naira I've not spent. I don't even know which platform to use. Somebody came on board and set up two different platforms and take, in fact, at midnight, 1 o'clock, we are still setting up. A married man for that matter. I'm not a senior bachelor like us. In fact, I'm even standing between
Wait.
two
Let
married
me
men.
get your. Yeah, in between us. Man married.
I'm standing, I'm between two married men. So now moving forward, that is just the message. And back to our session. IBK, looking at the outcome. What is your reaction?
My reaction is so big and voluminous. Just like he said, it's better we move forward. But I'm not still going to accept that we just move forward and we don't talk about it. Rather, from we learn lessons from what had happened, and we don't allow it as well to weigh us down. I remember in 2015, you see what these people, this sect, they call themselves obedience. The sects that are called obedience are doing. I did more than that in 2015. Buhari! But unfortunately, by 2019, I just withdraw. You know why? Because I lost faith in everything. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is, before I talk about the whole process and every other thing, is don't lose faith, irrespective of whatever happened right now. If you think, despite all my struggles, despite all my noise, all our campaigns, we still lost. And then next election will come 2017 and 2027 rather, then you are nowhere to be found. You become lukewarm. But bro, then which means you not which means we're still going to keep having this kind of issues of we having people just being pushed there because the majority are not coming out to vote, and that will lead me to my own reaction about this election. Now, I think I shared something with you yesterday. I can't remember. The total valid vote was about 24 million. Am I right? If I'm not mistaken, I think, yeah,
Very
24
correct.
million,
You
right?
are very correct. Yes, 24 million.
Now,
Yes, which is about
24 million.
25% of the total registered.
What is the
Yes,
number of the total registered? Total
ni-
registered
ni-
is
ni-
about
93 million.
exactly.
93
I was
million.
even thinking it was 91 million. Okay, 93 million.
93 is 93
Now, that
million.
is just like you said earlier, that's just 25% of what? Of total registered. Are we going to say the rest of the 93 million are they not valid? No, they are nowhere to be found. In my compound, less than 70% were 70%, okay. Less than 90% were inside the house. I mean, in my compound.
Hmm.
How many of us are in this compound? We are just four in the whole of this compound. Less than in my workplace, less than 50%, okay. Less than 60%, less than 40% voted. I did a net count. Did you vote? Do you have a PVC? Did you vote? Do you have a PVC? Now look at that. That's within my cycle. Now talk about within your cycle. Don't you have something like that?
Very correct.
That
Very
is the
correct.
problem.
Very correct.
There are a lot of people who want. I'm going to mention him now. There are a lot of people who want president. Sorry, E. What's his name? Peter Obi. I want to make sure I address them properly without making any mistake. Peter Obi to win, but they are inside the house. They don't have PVC. That's moving forward. Did you get that? Number two,
Very correct.
it's high time we stop putting religion, putting tribalism or into play. See, these are those things that hampered decisions of people. Now, I'm reacting to your question that, and looking at it, I saw a post this morning and the person said, they even announced our president and everywhere is as silent as grave. And we are competing with the grave, the silence of the grave. And it hit me, bang, bang. Oh, and I was like, oh, this person is actually right. But do you know why? Because it seems like the voice of the masses was not heard and they are forced to draw back. But why was their voices not heard? Because they did not come all out. Irrespective of how much people claim this election was rigged, I said claim. Please underline the word claim. I have no claim or fact over that.
Yeah.
And irrespective of how much you claim it was rigged, look at what happened in Lagos State. LP still won, right? Because we had a larger turnout. Now, let's put a scenario out there. If we have a larger turnout of people coming from Obi, as people wanted it, there will still be nothing they can do about it. Because look at it, they still wanted to, according to people claiming, get me, quote and unquote, that they rigged Lagos. We had more than these votes. They couldn't because it will be so what? Obvious. The same thing will be applicable if the rest of 93 million comes out to vote for the people of their choice. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? This is the problem we're having. And then we were playing, many people were playing religion. Some people voted for Ashwad because of religion. Some people voted for Peter Obi because of religion. Some people voted for who is the other person? For Atiku because of religion, region, and the likes as well. Enough of that. And I just look at the whole setup, analyzing this election. I looked at it and I said, probably APC wouldn't have won if PDP had standed as a strong pillar. Kwankwaso, Peter Obi, Atiku are all members of the People's Democratic Party. It was during the primaries that they splitted. So we now have 3 branches of PDP: NNPP, LP, and PDP. Now, imagine these 3 comes in together to vote. I mean, as a body, what will have happened to APC right now? So I'm going to say this selfish ambition came in. See, these are one of the things we need to tackle in Nigeria. Selfish ambition, selfishness. So selfishness of, no, I must be the president, you can't be the president. Selfishness of, no, I have to go, I can't wait for you. Selfishness of, no, it's my turn. Selfishness of, it's my region that must win. Selfishness comes into play. See, this election is.
I'm with you. Right on.
Okay.
We are
This
with you.
election. Okay, I can hear you. So this election is something that it's just too wide. If we are to start opening from stuff that I saw, that you just keep talking, and just like Sam said earlier on, let's just move on. And just like I said at the beginning, instead of clamoring for war, clamoring for this, or keep talking about the past, let's take lessons from what has happened and move on.
Wow. What a very beautiful analysis. I've always known you to be a very strong analyst. That is why each time you come to my DM, I'm always tempted to bring you on here, and I think you can hear me, right? Okay. And yes, I think there is nothing you can do about it. You'll be a permanent analyst on this channel. You can't run away again. So as long as we're having you, beautifully you've dissect everything alongside Sam. Where is Sam? Okay, I think it's not in there. Beautifully, you've dissected everything. You guys, yes, beautifully. Welcome, sir. Beautifully, we've said it, and we've said it all. I think in a time like this, in history, one thing is very key that should be the message now: the message of healing, the message of unity, uh, uh, bringing the country back again. Believe me, uh, I have friends. I have friends across that cut across Nigeria. I have friends that cut across Nigeria, and I can feel the tension is rising. And in fact, I love the quietness. Sincerely, I love the quietness. The entire state I belong to is as if someone is mourning. You understand? At the point I have to be like, for me, how
I,
will
I, I,
people because of
I think the reason for the quietness is people are like, what are we going to do? It's not like people did not vote for the president elect. Yeah, a lot of people voted for him, and it's not like
you're very
people do
correct.
not believe in him. Some people believe in him. You
Yes,
understand?
very
You
correct.
understand? And I wouldn't say maybe all the votes he casted or he had were rigged or what. I don't have to say over that. But the truth
Yes,
is,
yes.
still remains that people are scared. They don't know the next fate, their fate, the next thing that's going to happen. So they're just like, okay, what else? And then next thing you see on their status is, irrespective of whatever is happened, irrespective of who is the president, all I need is your favor. All I need is you get people are just keep giving
That
themselves consolation
yes,
because there's an
yes.
epic,
I read
there's a there's an epic like there's just this mentality that, oh, this guy is not going to perform. I'm not saying he's going to perform, get me right. And I'm not going to be the one to determine if he's going to perform or not. He's going to
sure.
do that himself. So there's this mentality out there. And the mentality, this quietness is more than the noise because of two things. If you look at his vote, he had about 8 million plus votes. PDP had about 6 million, sorry,
Very correct.
7 million plus votes, right?
Oh
And
yes,
that was
yes. No,
6 million plus.
six.
So let's take, if we are taking the
Yes,
6 million plus the that of 7 million, we're
six
having
million of
about,
Obi.
yeah,
Yes,
6 million of OP, and that of PDP, we're having about that's about 13 million plus, or let's say 14 million
but
altogether
yes,
from
yes,
everything.
yes, yes.
Comparing the 14 million to his own 8 million, that outweighs everything. I'm not even talking about
Very
Kwankwaso
correct.
now. I'm trying to talk about the
Yes,
three
yes.
frontiers that had the
Total,
highest
yeah,
vote. So we are
yes.
having 14 million people who are dissatisfied against 8 million people who are satisfied based on
Satisfied.
the election, the total number of votes. Assuming this is the total number of people living in Nigeria. So which means it's not going to just it's not sitting well at all. Unlike before when we usually have two parties coming up strong, where you have PDP having like 12 million and
It's like
APC having
it's
like
like
15
it will be
million.
like it will be like a
It
government
will
of
be like almost
it will
like
be
we
like a
are more than
government
you,
of
15 million
minority.
to, you understand. But this time
Uh,
around we're having
now it's
14 million that are not in support, and we are having another 8 million that are in support. So the 40
uh,
millions outweighs the 8 million. And so there's no how you expect the 8 million to be not to be more noisy than the 40 million. So this is one reason why we have that extreme quietness.
a beautiful day here in Nigeria, and it's so lovely. Like I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I don't know. I'm so happy tonight. I'm so happy today generally because even though I've had a very hectic day, but I've been talking. I've been in class all through. I've taken classes very today, and coming tonight. It's so hard, but at least I think discussing around this actually give me joy, which I think is a very worthwhile one. We can see it. I think my own final appeal to the youth movement. I wouldn't want to call it obedient movement. To the youth movement is that with the youth are freely shown, and it's now crystal clear to any politician. It's crystal clear. That that message is clear that there is nothing called structure. People are the structure. If 8 months struggle can produce 6 million votes, if 8 months struggle can displace a landlord in his own home, right? So what else are we now saying? So if 8 months struggle can make, I just add that one Okada man, they just collected free form of Labour Party as a senator, and he's now in Senate House. He has been elected. If 8 months struggle could do that, then how much more if the movement regrouped, if we regroup and the movement launch out by 2027. And just like my analyst just said, I every analyst will fault the turnout. In as much INEC might have their own fair share of the blame, the turnout also was still very poor. But one thing is just that this morale should not die. This current spirit should not die. So that one day we'll be there. And being at this may, just like you said, we have no authority to say that maybe the president-elect will not do well, or maybe we say he's going to do well. But one thing that is very sure now is the peace of the country. One thing that is very sure now is the unity of the country. There is nothing we can do. Interest will always play out in politics. But immediately after election, well, and beautiful enough, even the president-elect has let out his hand of a welcoming hand to the opposition and say, come, let's forget about everything we've done. Let us come and build Nigeria. We've seen it playing out. The unity government of Olusegun Obasanjo in 1999. If my memory serves me right, Olufalaye, who contested under Alliance for Democracy, then in 1999, ended up to be the secretary to the federal government of Nigeria, serving under Olusegun Obasanjo, and they were the leading contestants in that very election. But you know, the polity that we've done it in such a way that the winner takes it all.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. The winner takes it all. Just like Odumegwu Ojukwu was saying in his book, because I was involved. It's one of the problems that is making the polity to be overheated. And I think it is high time we don't overheat the polity. I've seen so funny people, just like Makinde was referring to, very funny people saying that don't come to my DM, we are now enemies. I was like, enemies in the name of what?
Of what?
In the name of
Enemies in the
what?
name of
What?
politics.
I
Have you
know.
seen
For,
have you seen
for,
videos where they were exchanging pleasantries, both Atiku and the president elect?
sure, sure. Then we become enemy, and so this ought not to be. This is not the spirit of brotherhood. We need to embrace the spirit of sportsmanship, and that is how it's supposed to be. So this is our home clear message from this very studio, this very day. This is our home message. And as we conclude, I really want to thank you guys. Samuel Makinde, thank you for joining. I know your time was so scarce, but thank you for joining. Samuel Makinde is a senior analyst and a co-founder at Relerec Studio. He joins us from Newton in UK. Thank you for your time out tonight. And Ibukun Afolayan, my very good friend, my consultant, he is the owner of Light Pen. Light Pen will soon be coming on this studio. We are going to see a whole lot dropping by Light Pen as well. And a whole program, podcast of Light Pen also coming on board. That one is very certain. And many more time we're going to be seeing his face in the studio with us because I quite enjoy his analysis. So he's a full-time consultant and analyst at Relerec Studio. Uh, Ibukun Afolayan from Ibadan, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate your time out, and it's a very beautiful evening. Yeah, so conclusively, thank you all for standing by. Thank you for joining us. The time is fast spent. I can see our messages at the comment section, but time will not permit me to go through it. Thank you, and we will meet on Sunday. We are going to continue in this line of discussion. I decided to bring non-partisan people to the program today, but by Sunday we are going to bring people from the side of the divide, and I know they will have a whole lot to say. Thank you guys, and for sure I will see you on Sunday. Remember, peace of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is very key. God bless everyone, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.